This is a tarot card reading for the zodiac sign Leo for the month February 2021. I start with the past and then I will talk about what situations you're in at present, and then I tell you what the cards give us for the future. This is a general reading, so please only take what resonates, and please like and subscribe or leave a comment if you like. I start with the past. I can see that there is this relationship. You have the lovers twice here, so at the beginning and at the end of the reading. Further you also have the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups reversed, but you also have 2 times the Knight of Cups and 2 times the Nine of Swords. So I can see a lot of anxiety in a relationship. You have the lovers in the beginning, so let's start with that. So there is this person in your life that I think they had strong feelings for you, but there is a third person in this card. So that can be anybody. It doesn't need to be a third person in a relationship or someone. It doesn't need to be like a third person in a in a love relationship or having an affair. It doesn't need to be. Sometimes it is, but it can also be that this person, it can be a parent, a child, or another third person, or many activities, things that people need to do, balance things out. Why there is this third thing in there in your relationship, and it is affecting your relationship. It's in between the two of you. I think that person, they really liked you, and I can see that they actually were in love with you because it lays next to the Knight of Cups. I think that it was not a long-term relationship yet, or this was not like a deep relationship that is based on understanding each other or knowing each other. I think this is something that it was like a very new, or a new relationship, or maybe it felt like that each time when you saw this person, that it was like a new beginning. Because this is the Page of Pentacles, so I think they maybe made an offer, but it was not like, I want to commit myself to you, or I don't think that it was about that. But it lays also next to the Four of Swords, so I think there was some hurt in this relationship, and I think it ended. At present, I think that relationship ended. I think it was very difficult to come to convince each other from what was the right thing to do. You have the Hanged Man, so I think their perspective was not your perspective was not theirs. I can see that there is some kind of mirroring in this, because you have many double cards in here. So I think it was really difficult. I think it has to do with the Two of Pentacles. I think it has to do with that third person that you believed, it was just not appropriate. They spent too much time on somebody else or on something else. And however you try to explain that to them, I don't think that they understood it or they got it. I think that they didn't think it was important, because they really loved you. They were in love with you, and you have the Ace of Cups, so they saw that this was like a very important relationship. They didn't want to hurt you, but I think that they did, and they also hurt themselves. You have the Knight of Cups. If you look, you have it twice next to each other, so it's both of you. It's here's the Knight, there's the Knight, and they are walking towards each other, these horses. But this Knight of Cups is laying here next to the Two of Pentacles. This Knight of Cups lays next to the Hanged Man. This person, I think it is you, who tries to convince the other Knight of Pentacles that third person or the other thing that they are still looking at, they have like maybe keep the options open. That is not the right thing to do. The other person is also in love with you, but they just don't see a problem with it. Yeah, I'm sorry, this is a very similar reading to last week. But yeah, it is the situation. I think that, okay, it can also be the other way around, that it is about the other person doing that to you, or yeah. But this is a strong connection, so there's no doubt about that, because of all the cards I just said that are in there, the love cards. So that's why it is very difficult to get away from this person. And yeah, this is like this is a person you were meant to be with, and yeah, you can only decide for yourself if you still feel that you are meant to be together, because I think there is a lot of pain and hurt in this. You really feel very much connected. You feel that you got everything with each other when you are together. This is a hand given, give this love. This comes out of the sky, and it is like, here it is. That is for you. This is the person, yeah, that you are that you need in your life. I think it's also, it's a past life relationship. You have known each other before. Now that can also be, yeah, it can be that this is like a soulmate twin flame relationship. It can also be that you just knew this person already from a long time ago, maybe when you were children, or maybe you have known each other. But it's the feeling you have known each other forever, you're very much connected. And you both have anxiety about that. So you have this, yeah, it's the Nine of Swords, twice next to each other, and yeah, the one lays next to the Ace of Cups. So I think, yeah, you both feel that this is a special connection that you can't just disconnect yourself from, but that you just can't agree with somebody, with each other, about just, I think that you see it like, well, it's quite simple. Why can't you see it? And yeah, I can't tell you why they don't see it, but they just don't, because they don't feel that they did something, that they do something wrong, I think. Yeah, for very few of you, of course, there are still feelings for somebody from the past. So for some of them, it's like there is still heartache from the past. But I think for most of you, this is you and them who need to recover from this whole thing that happened, something that happened in the past. About, I think there was no trust, or I think you couldn't move on, or you couldn't develop this relationship, because yeah, it stayed with this new beginning. It stayed with, let's see where it ends, and it didn't grow into something. But you both feel that this is a strong connection. You can't disconnect yourself from it. There is this ending, and you both feel very hurt. If it is upright, you really are like connected. You really feel like you're very much connected to each other. It is like a gift from the universe, that you are given from the universe. It's like this hand coming out of the sky. And yeah, you were meant to be together. You were given to each other to be together, because there was a reason for it. And so that's why it is so hard to disconnect yourself from it. So you're both really trying to, yeah, disconnect yourself from each other, so you are really in separation, and you really need to recover. Yeah, so you still feel this for each other. So you have the Knight of Cups. You still want to go to each other all the time. You know, they are walking towards each other. These horses are looking at each other like, I'm so happy to see you. And yeah, they do keep wanting that. So that doesn't stop. And you have the Two of Pentacles. So that is really the reason for this happening to the two of you, because there is something that they can't balance out. They need to do something. Maybe they keep going back to an ex. Maybe they keep going to other activities, or maybe they give too much attention to a parent, or something that they are juggling, something, or even finances. For some of you, yeah, they just need to work. They can't get their finances together, so that's in the way of you, yeah, getting together. But I don't think that I see that. I think for most of you, it isn't like that. I think for most of you, it is this because it is the lovers. I think 3 people in this lovers tells me that yeah, it's very likely that there is still an ex or yeah, another person in there that from the past. Also because you have this little heart and the Four of Swords in the background. Even though this is about you needing to recover, or both of you needing to recover. Yeah, so you, yeah, you do have, yeah, you also have the card, this could be the one. You have already met the romantic partner you seek. So it is really something that you are both learning. I think you feel that you want to get away from each other, but you can't. You have the Nine of Swords, and yeah, so that is really about anxiety. It is about depression, but because you have them twice, it is really like you really must feel, yeah, really hurt, really feel. Well, it's the end of the world, you know, that feeling. Of course, it isn't the end of the world because you always get up again and move on. But it is like that feeling that you can't move on. And because it lays next to the reversed Six of Swords. So that means, yeah, you try to get away, you do everything to get away from them. And then you just can't. So I think it's not only you, Leo, it's also the other person. You just can't get away from each other. That's why I'm saying this could be the one, and also the past life relationship. It's really difficult to get away from that connection. Especially it lays next to the Ace of Cups. But it's also like, yeah, you are both in a similar situation. You both have the Knight of Cups, both have the Nine of Swords. So you both feel also maybe even the feelings from each other. And so that's why it is so hard to understand here in the with this Hanged Man. It is so hard to understand why they can't just leave that situation, or why they can't change it, or why you can't get together. I think that it is going to change in the future, how they are going to approach this. Yeah, in the near future, I think the way you are working through this or get through this anxiety is by working. And I think you had already like a small offer of something, and you have been working on your skills. I can see that, and you're going to be successful. So that is something that. Yeah, you can see this person is really working so hard, so that they just really don't even see what they all leave behind them. I think you are developing so much and so quick that you don't even see how quick yeah, you are learning new skills, or how much you get done. And I think partly of that is that you have been working on yourself because there was no other way, because you just needed to distract yourself. But it is also a very positive thing here in this case, because you're really successful in these new skills that you're learning, or something that you have been learning. There was this small offer in the past, but in the future, yeah, that is going to be bigger because you also feel more secure in what you got to offer and what you can do, yeah, with what you have learned and how hard you have worked. So you will get there the appreciation for that in the near future, not very long anymore. Yeah, and then there is the Nine of Cups and the Judgment card next to each other. It lays also next to the Two of Pentacles. So this is like you both can't deny that this love exists. So I do think that yeah, you reconsider, or you're both thinking about how can you make this work? How can you really be happy with each other, and how can you yeah, have it all, what everybody wants in this relationship. And so you're more open to listen to each other, to communicate about that. I think, yeah, it is, it's something that you both are learning much more about this relationship, what type of relationship it is. And I think you're going both by this separation, through the separation, you're both learning very much about what this relationship is and how important the other person is. You are mirroring each other in many ways, and so you're also showing each other, yeah, what the other needs to learn. And I think, yeah, there is this wake up call. So there is this like a last announcement, like, so now or never, or now you have to start seeing this. How are we going to do this? This also comes from the universe, and it is like, it's the same as this hand in the sky. It's saying, okay, now I have this announcement to make. You both are going to be helped by yeah, the universe puts you together again. But this time you really have to have a different approach. So you really have to, yeah, this is like facing what can we do differently in this relationship. How can we approach this? So the other person is going to listen to you, what you got to say about this Two of Pentacles, about this third person in Lovers. And I think there's going to be more respect for each other as well. So in the future, I can see you coming together, but I can see that this is also, yeah, I can see that very well together with the Judgment. Yeah, this is the reversed Eight of Wands. It is like, it is going to be very slowly. There is going to be a delay in it, because I think that, yeah, you both still need to, yeah, really get to yourself and see what is the best way to be together. I think it is not going to be easy to immediately be together again. After this wake-up call, you have been both working on each other. You have both, if it is like this, you have both, yeah, shot all these arrows in the sky, and both have been doing things to get through this anxiety, trying to get away from each other. So I think there is going to be a delay in getting together where there is full peace and harmony and balance. But at least this card, it is like, it's really something that you want. Both of you want that, because both of you can't get away from each other. So there is still something here that you both need to deal with together. And yeah, you do have the Lovers. So it was the beginning, it was the Lovers, and this is ending the covers. Now the Lovers. The difference between these two Lovers cards is that you can see in this Lovers card there are only two people. And so there I can see that there is a huge improvement in this. The other person is not anymore, doesn't need the third person that much, or can at least see how to deal with that third person. So, and now it is about the two of you. So, and as I said, there's still a delay. It's still not, you're not going to be perfectly together and everything is fine. But there is a big attraction between the two of you. There is a strong connection between the two of you. You really both want to be together. You are in love with each other. And yeah, you really feel very hurt if you're not together. So I think that this card is like a beautiful card to end this reading with, because it gives you all the chances to say, yeah, your relationship has a chance. And this is give your relationship a chance, this card. Work on your partnership. Okay, well, Leo, that is what I have for you. Thank you very much for watching my video, and see you next time.